name is Ken Stanger. I'm the Planning and IET Director for the Colville Confederated Tribes. Our main responsibility to the tribe on behalf of the Indian Action Team is to set up a yearly training program that is administered by us here locally and funded through the auspices of the Bureau of Indian Affairs. Under our program, we have 7 major divisions of training that include well drilling, mechanics, heavy equipment operation, electrical training, plumbing, and machinists, which is incorporated with the heavy equipment program. We have yearly 40 trainees, and we have instructors that are journeyman caliber for all of the different categories under Indian Action Team. Our yearly funding amount ranges between $450,000 and $600,000 per year. This provides for all of our training stipends for each of the individuals employed as trainees, as well as the instructors' salaries, as well as the equipment and maintenance costs of the vehicles and equipment that we use for our training program. For the last 4 years, we've been involved with the training program here locally. We've been able to put approximately 35 people into journeyman status in carpentry, electrical, plumbing, and heavy equipment. We've had a very low turnover ratio here in response to the types of programs that we've been able to implement here, mainly in the construction crafts. Our main projects right now are working with the Educational Department in putting together a youth camp facility at Twin Lakes on North Twin Lake. We've been working with the tribe in putting in different water and sewage projects throughout the reservation. We did a major lagoon system for the agency campus that will replace the existing lagoon system for the water and sewage project here. We built any number of different houses and remodeling different tribal facilities in and around the reservation. We've been responsible for setting up the print shop for the tribe through our training program. We were able to be involved with the original program under the computer section of the Indian Action Team program that is now responsible for the centralized accounting system of the tribe. Through the Indian Action Team program, we've been able to be involved nationally with what they call the National Indian Contractors Association in securing funds for the Indian Action Team program throughout the United States. In the past, we've had people from both our business council and our administrative staff that have served on these national committees, and they again have been trying to secure funds to maintain the Indian Action Team program for the tribe throughout the United States. There are right now 67 contractors nationally, and our annual appropriation is in advance of $15 million. Through the planning department that is also part of the Indian Action program here, staffed here locally, we have both the economic development section and the HUD 701 land use planner. Our responsibility under the planning section is to implement development that will impact on the local needs of the membership within the reservation. Some of the projects that we've worked with in the past have been at community centers in each of the districts. We've been responsible for implementing the stores in 3 of our districts. We did the complex at Inch Limb that included the bowling alley, the store, teen center, gymnasium, and associated office spaces. We've just recently been able to receive the meat processing plant through the Washington State Department of Commerce that will employ approximately 11 tribal members and offer us the availability of processed meats here locally within the reservation that will be sold through our stores and the cafeterias and made available to public facilities such as the schools and other businesses within the reservation. Some of our priority projects now is a tribally owned sawmill. We're looking at the addition of a tribally owned motel in both Nespelem and 2 of the other locations within the reservation. We have right now under a grant with the Economic Development Administration an addition to the OMAC Community Center that will enable us to expand it by about 14,000 square feet, giving us an additional seating area over there and office space for social and health programs within the East OMAC area. It will be probably the largest community center on any Indian reservation in the United States. It will seat approximately 2,000 people. When it's completed, it will have a portable stage there so that we can have various programs offered in and around the OMAC area, whether they be variety programs or recreational programs. We're going after 5 projects with the start of the Public Works program October 1st. One of the projects is a cultural powwow grounds for the Nespelem area, a tribal administrative office. We're going to be adding on to the Inchlim Community Center, the Keller Community Center, and at OMAC we hope to be able to do some additional projects in relation to additional community centers in the Mons-Malott area. We'll do some remodeling of a beachfront area on OMAC Lake. We hope to be able to do a group home type of facility in the East OMAC area. These are some of the projects that we hope to be able to do with the new public law, Public Works program beginning effective as of October 1st. On some of the walls here you can see some of the different graphs and photographs that we've been working with. We're responsible for doing a comprehensive land use program for the entire reservation, which would give us all the elements that we would need as planners to do any decision making and to relate these decisions to the Business Council for their final determination in regards to anything in relation to development that we would do, whether it be economic, social, human, or natural resource development. We have listed here about 7 different maps of the townships of the reservation: East Omak, Elmer City, Cooley Dam, Inchlim, Keller, and Nespelem. What we're trying to do now is to devise means of creating a better atmosphere for the members living within these different townships. Some of the fellows that we have working with us here are summer interns from Eastern Washington State College. They're not only tribal members, but they're also working with us as planning interns, and they're hoping to be able to work with the program here to get an idea of what we're doing on the reservation so that they may in turn want to become planners professionally and again return to the reservation as professional planners. Through our program, we're funded by the Economic Development Administration on a yearly contract, and the yearly contract has allowed us to employ approximately 5 people a year as planners, and we hope to be able to implement a program that would in time be able to address all of our short and long-range commitments that we would make to the membership through different development projects. We hope to be able to expand our planning program. We hope to be able to include additional projects that would impact on our membership's needs. At least we hope to be able to, in time, have a comprehensive planning format for the reservation that would take into consideration any of the basic needs that our membership would have.
I got that. I forgot it.
Okay, we're about ready to start again. Okay, go ahead and start.
Hello. My name is Xray Morse. I'm a reservation extension agent with Washington State University for the Colville Indian Reservation. On my left, I have Gail Condon, the land operations program. She's oh God damn! You ready? Gail Condon. Hey, that's interesting. Okay. Hello, my name is Xray Morse. Okay.
Everybody stop laughing.
Okay. Hello, my name is Xray Morse. I'm reservation extension agent with Washington State University. On my left, I have Margaret Condon with Land Operations Program, and on my right, Gail Thompson with the Greenhouse Program. I'll let Gail explain her function and some of the projects she's planning to undertake in the next few months.
We're going to build 2 30 by 96 foot greenhouses, and our primary crop is going to be tree seedlings. We're going to raise for reforesting the logged areas of the reservation. And some other crops that we're interested in growing are grape plants from cuttings to enlarge the tribal vineyard, and native shrubs for wildlife habitat, and we may possibly go into ornamentals and bedding plants for commercial sales. And my education is a degree in environmental horticulture from Spokane Community College, and previous to that I had 3 years of general studies at the University of Washington. And I will be training a tribal member to take over the management of the greenhouse, and I will be here for 5 years, and in that time I will train a person to take over the management duties. And we'll also have several part-time employees to help with the seeding operations and the transplanting and thinning during the peak periods of the year. And that's about all. Yeah.
Thank you. You want to tell us about the land operations program?
Yeah, I work for David Reinbold at Tribal Land Operations, and the other employee is Keith Gujan, and he helps out on a ranch. The ranch is called the Zami Ranch. They work on haying down there, and they raise cattle down there. And they have a grape vineyard down there. It's a 3-acre experimental plot. And they're just raising grapes on there this year. They finally got it running pretty good enough to where they can sell their grapes for wine. And another thing they do is they work with weed control and pest control to help the farmers and the operators with their crops and croplands so they can have a better cropland. That's
Do you know of any of the weeds that they've been spraying?
the
The one big one that
Russian
they've been after?
knapweed,
Yeah,
yellow,
star thistle.
well, and there's a yellow is something I can't remember the name.
But yeah, there's yellow star thistle and knapweed and goatweed are the ones
Yeah.
that land operations program has been working on mostly.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you a little bit about the extension program. It consists of myself as agriculture and 4-H agent, half-time home ec agent out of Ferry County, Marie Bremner, full-time extension aide in Inchelium, Don Carson, Nancy Michelle is half-time program aide, and I have a secretary here at Nispelum, Carol Adolph. I work with both tribal enterprises and individual rancher operations to assist them to increase their income, primarily through development of resources or cutting costs, expansion, or improving efficiency otherwise. I also work with the 4-H program, which currently has over 200 members on the reservation and consists of 15 major projects, varying in complexity from cow-calf enterprises to the sports activities, basketball tournaments, camping, trail rides, horse shows, junior rodeos, these sorts of things that involve, at one time or another, most of the youth on the reservation that are inclined along those lines. I hold individual sessions with individual operators as well as group meetings, which may have as many as 50 ranchers all gather together to talk about one or two particular topics. My background is a Bachelor of Science in agriculture with a major in animal science and a master's in animal nutrition. The minimum for extension service is a bachelor in agriculture. Master's preferred, but you can get in with a bachelor's in some jobs. Salary-wise, it's not the most lucrative, but it sure is challenging to work with the individual problems, and it never gets boring. I think that about sums up my program. You gals got anything to add?
Well, in In the land operations, your requirements are a bachelor's degree in science, agriculture, and you need a farming background. It'd be better if you had that. That's about it.
Yeah, it's a minimum with a Bachelor of Science. I might just speak of the potential for agriculture development on the reservation. There's a lot of undeveloped and underdeveloped agriculture areas on the reservation. I might also tell you why we're standing in the cornfield. This is one of the projects I'm involved in. It's the community garden for the Nez-Pelum district of the reservation. This is a sweet corn patch. Up until this year, the land was covered with sagebrush and didn't produce much of anything. We're now pumping water out of the river, and the corn is to be raised for the senior feeding program and emergency food program, and what's left over is to be distributed among the residents of the Nez-Pelum district. The total cost of the development of this chunk of land, which is about 10 acres under sprinkler, was about $2,000. That explains the corn. I thank you for your time. Would encourage you to investigate agriculture as a potential career.
Run out of battery. I hope so.
We don't. We can't do it again.
Yeah, okay.
Not here. We'll have to plug in somewhere else.
Okay. Well, I don't have room for it. Do you want it?
Okay. When?
He should introduce himself.
No.
Yeah, you should introduce yourself.
But you're the first one we see, and you're the one taking us through this. You
Okay.
should introduce yourself. And then tell us what you're going to do. How you start.
Okay. My name is Dr. Lynn. I'm the clinical director at the Nez-Pelum Indian Health Center. Three of the purposes of the Indian Health Center are to provide medical attention for acute problems such as colds, stomach pains, and broken bones, to provide continuing health care for chronic medical problems such as high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, and to provide health surveillance by regular physical examinations and blood tests. Each staff member has an important function in this clinic setting. To give you a glimpse of the roles they play, we will take you through the clinic to meet them. First, as a patient, one would see the medical receptionist.
As a receptionist, I first see the patient, police chart, give it to the nurse. If it's an acute illness, I tell her right away. I also answer the phones for the building, file, and work along with the medical records technician.
In the area of the reception, there is also the medical records, and they're under the administration of the medical records technician.
I'm the medical records technician, and I am responsible for the daily management and control of the medical records. Medical records courses are available at most 2- and 4-year colleges for accredited record technicians and medical record administrators.
After being received by the reception area, the patient is then brought into the nursing station, where the patient sees the nurse and the nurse's aide.
Yes, I'm the clinic nurse, and my education is that I have a bachelor's of science degree in nursing, and the amount of time that it took was 4.5 years. There are other ways of getting an RN, registered nurse certificate, and that would be through an associate degree program, which is 16 to 18 months. My duties are to interview the patient, find out how long they've been sick, and to also find out if they need any lab tests, and I order the lab tests. I also do dressings and assist the doctors in some procedures, as well as giving injections. And also working with me is my nursing assistant, and Agatha will explain to you her duties and her education.
I assist the doctors in surgical procedures and casting and physical exams. And I had a short course in nurses' aides training at the hospital for about 4 months. I took training down there, and then I got my job up here as a nursing assistant. And besides assisting the doctors, I help the nurse with some duties that has to be done, and I believe that's it.
Thank you both. After the patient has been seen by the nursing staff, he's then referred to the doctor for further evaluation.
My name is Dr. Snodgrass, over here. My name is Dr. Snodgrass. Education to become a doctor entails 4 years of college, 4 years of medical school, and up to 5 or 6 years of postgraduate education, usually in a hospital-related facility. When we see the patient, after the other health professionals have seen them, we evaluate the data that's given to us and examine the patient, and at that point decide either what the patient has or the need for extra tests. And usually we'll either send them on to the laboratory or some other facility, or we'll treat them at that time, usually using pharmaceuticals of some type.
Okay.
Stop down after your X-ray.
Yeah. Okay. Two of the additional...
Move back just a little bit so I can see him.
Oops.
Just walk
Got
outside.
it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Two of the additional staff that help in the diagnosis of the patient's problems are the medical lab technician and the X-ray technician.
My name is Jim Moore, and I'm the medical technologist, better known as the lab tech. And the basic responsibility of a person in my position is to assist the physician in his diagnosis of the patient by the performance of the analysis of human material for culture, chemical analysis, or microscopic examination. The training to be a lab tech varies tremendously depending on the types of tests to be performed and the amount of responsibility to be assumed by the employee. This training varies from a 4-year degree in medical technology for the supervisor of a laboratory down to only a few weeks of on-the-job training for an assistant who would be performing 1 or 2 simple routine tests. The laboratory technologist quite often is also responsible for the taking of X-rays to assist in the diagnosis of the patient. The X-ray technician is responsible for the positioning and preparation of the patient so that the proper angle of X-ray and penetration of X-ray can be performed. The training here also varies tremendously according to the type of job to be done. In our facility here, training is on-the-job training and involves a few months working with someone who has taken X-rays. And in larger facilities, the X-ray technicians go through a 2-year special training program in a large medical facility so that they may take any types of X-rays which may be necessary to assist in the diagnosis of the patient.
Now, Greg.
we ought to do, okay, the next thing would be going back to the doctor and then to the pharmacy, right?
Well, at this point, if we're just doing job descriptions, there isn't, we're not using the patient in this case, so it would just go, I could at this point say, after all the laboratory tests have been done, the doctor then... Either that or I can hand it to John and he can come over here and I'll go behind him.
Oh, because that way you can shoot through the doorway, huh? If I stand in the same place that you stand.
And then we can come in.
Microphone from him and walk out with the microphone down the hall.
Well, yeah, because then I'll come back when he's finished and take the microphone and then we'll just start walking.
Should be in there now.
Okay. Got it. Okay, we got it, John? I'll cross behind you. We'll try not to step on each other's feet. Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. Following the visit to the staff members whom you've already met, the doctor may wish to prescribe some medications for the patient, and so he sends the patient over to the pharmacist.
The pharmacist reads from the patient's chart the doctor's directions and dispenses the medication. Pharmacist is in charge of ordering and maintaining medications, accurately filling prescriptions, and providing advice on pharmacy matters. To be a registered pharmacist requires a 5-year college education and passing a state board examination. In the state of Washington, you must also continue your education by taking extra courses called continuing education courses. Okay.
Thank you. 3 additional staff members we'd like you to meet are involved in the follow-up of a patient's care. Oftentimes a patient is seen for problems which might involve sanitation problems, which might involve improper use of medication. So we have 3 other people we'd like you to meet down here, and one is the public health nurse, one is the sanitary engineer, and the other is the general engineer. First, the public health nurse.
Hi, I'm Marcia Rygard. I'm the community health nurse here on the reservation. To be a public health, a person has to have a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing. This includes 6 to 8 weeks in public health nursing during the course. Some of the things that I do is make home visits. This makes it a lot easier for the patients because you can do some actual health teaching in the home. I do some nursing care with referrals from the physicians and from community members, and then make referrals on to medical personnel for proper treatment, such as for mental health problems, medical problems, and dental problems. I would refer them on then to the proper health care disciplines.
My name is Norris Palmentier. I'm the environmental health technician, and some of my duties include the inspection of restaurants, trading posts, resorts, going out into the field, inspecting water supplies and sewage disposal systems, solid waste programs, also the inspection of schools throughout the reservation, and the sanitarian position is an interesting position. You're out in the field quite a bit, and there's nothing during the day that's the same. You're not sitting behind a desk every day, and it's an interesting field to be in.
My name is Chester LaFontaine. I'm the field engineer here at the Colville Indian Health Center. Educational requirements to handle my position is it normally takes a civil engineering degree. However, to kind of bypass this, I have 2 years of vocational training in the engineering field, and then I gained field experience while working here as an engineering technician. And my primary responsibilities are that of writing technical specifications for the construction. I handle all the well construction here on the reservation. I design community water systems, and individual water systems, and I write all technical specifications for these here. And then while these facilities are being constructed, I also work as a field inspector. And also, if there is a very pertinent health problem out in the field at a home, I'll go out and inspect the home site and try and see if I can make any suggestions to resolve this problem in any manner.
Now you've met some of the medical staff and the people involved in the continuing health care. We also would like you to meet some of the people who are involved in taking care of your teeth. And we'll go down to the dental clinic for that. Dr. Burns, our dentist, is at Inchelium today during this filming. So I will simply just sort of inform you about the dentist and his profession. The dentist training is pretty much the same length as it takes to become a medical doctor. He goes to college for 4 years, and then he goes to dental school for 4 years, and then he does some additional training before he goes into a professional work. Along with the dentist, he has two dental assistants, and I'll ask them to tell you what their work is and what their training is. Okay, guys. Oh, good show. Well, we can cut back.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to. We have them just come to the.
Come on, you guys. What are you doing? Dental assistants. No.
Okay. Hello, my name is Georgia Carson. I'm a Colville tribal member. I work here at the Colville Tribal Daycare Center. I work directly with the head teacher from ages 3 to 6, and this here's the backyard that the children are playing in. I also assume major responsibilities in the children's educational program. It is important to be able to work together with other staff members to contribute ideas to the children's programs, to regulate my time, to benefit the program and to the schedule, to communicate well with young children, and to get along with the other staff members. We know that all the kids here have individual feelings, and we have to help with the discipline, the difficult discipline areas that we have. My qualifications are that I have worked with younger children before, and I should have a good health, mental and physical health, willing to participate in training programs. We had a staff relations class last spring quarter and an Indian culture based on curriculum development workshop. And we are going to be taking a workshop in Idaho, Lewiston, Idaho, this summer. And there will be more workshops on nutrition this coming fall. It is required that I have a food handler's permit and a current TB test, and I take a first aid course. I would like to take this opportunity to invite people to drop into the daycare center. We are open from 7:15 in the morning to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. We are also open 12 months out of the year. The Colville Confederated Tribe Daycare has elements in both home and school. Our program is more complex than if we were just simply babysitting for the children, and we were only providing a nursery for the atmosphere. We must function with both, strive for the following needs of the children: social, physical, emotional, and educational. The center follows under the Washington State license requirements for the daycare center and the following interagencies of the daycare requirements. The regulations must be met to ensure the safety, health, and comfortable place for the children to stay. The staff consists of a director, a head teacher, 4 assistant teachers, a cook, and a custodian. The center coordinates with the Indian Public Health District dentist, well child clinic that assures the children's safety and service available for them. Don't be throwing that dirt, Lori. You'll be somebody's eyes.
Got my dirty.